And yeah, we're getting some areas we're getting turned like tops out there, and we've just got to get there more and move more. We got guys sitting there kind of fat, dumb, and happy, and you can't just sit there against a good offensive parterre wrestler.
Well, here comes a mismatch in terms of experience alone, as Makoto Sasamoto is bumping up to 66 and taking on Alex Fleming. Alex Fleming of the USOEC, Virginia native, so holler back there. Sasamoto bumping up from 60, three-time Olympian, and one of the older guys on this Japanese team. So what's Fleming going to try to accomplish here?
Well, I'm hoping he's going to just go out there and try to fight this guy and not give him too much respect and try some things. Sasamoto has been around a long time, and he's definitely very, very good. So this is great experience for Fleming, and a good test is just to see how much he can battle with Sasamoto.
You think in a situation like this, it's good for Fleming, probably not knowing anything about his opponent, because this guy did bump up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, part of development is you know, you may know who your opponent is or you may not, but regardless what medals they've won in the past, you've got to wrestle and force your style.
There you go. Well, white paddle. It looked like a slip throw. Referee awarded 1, but it was white paddle by the chair and the judge. So 43 seconds. Fleming with a tight gut, trying to roll it to the edge. Out of Sterling, Virginia, is Fleming at the USOEC, and had a little bit of a shakeup with the USOEC. Got a new staff there. Dennis Hall now taking over the program with Willie Madison assisting. And you know, what is the USOEC meant for USA Wrestling's Greco program?
The USOEC is one of our key programs and one of our keys to success. I've always called it our secret weapon in Greco because it is.
How is it secret when I think everybody in the world knows about it now?
Well, it's not so much secret, but
World Championship will do that.
But it is our one developmental program for a college-age guy, you know, and as you know, in the United States, we have some real developmental issues, with our Greco program, and we don't have, you know, a billion high schools and colleges.
But Sasamoto with a leg, they're calling a leg foul, and they're saying no. What do we got here? The Japanese coaches are like, "Are you kidding me?" I don't think the Chinese coaches and the Japanese coaches have really liked the calls over here today. But that's nothing new with the state of wrestling when you.
Well, the nice thing about this tournament too is it's a good chance for some of our less experienced officials to get some practice too, which I think they're hopefully they're doing today,
and to simulate more of a world level experience.
Yeah,
it's great to have the international experience, but when you don't have the international experienced officials, it doesn't give you that scenario. The something you want to try to replicate here in the States when you bring teams in from overseas.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing a fairly good job, but the good thing is that they're being open-minded too as officials, and some of these officials, nothing against them, they haven't been overseas much themselves, so you know they've got to know and learn how it's called overseas. That's the whole thing. We just want it to be consistent from if we're overseas or here, referees are calling it the same way. But you know, again, this tournament here is. The focus isn't so much to win the tournament. We always want to win, of course, but the focus is on learning and getting experience, and that's what I'm hoping all of our guys are getting today.
Another thing Sean Lewis had brought up is the amount of experience you get from something like this, international matches. If you go to a tournament overseas, you might get 4 minutes. You might get 2 periods, and that's it.
Yeah.
Spend all that money and you're wrestling 4 minutes. R.C. Johnson spent 4 minutes on the mat at the World Championships.
Yeah. So yeah, that in mind, I mean, like I said earlier, everybody's getting, you know, close to 4 matches, if not 4, in this tournament. And then next week or 4 days later, they're going to meet these guys again, along with the rest of our Americans that aren't here today. So these 2 tournaments together, the Kit Carson Cup and the Dave Schultz Cup, just so important for our Greco preparation for our guys.
Not quite sure what the call there was, Steve. They're not giving any points for the gut wrench, so it looks like Fleming's going to steal a period here.
Yeah, looks like it.
I think that might have to kick Sasamoto into another gear. You got a young kid who with really zero international experience. This might even be his first match against somebody as accomplished as Sasamoto, 3-time Olympians. Really nothing to sneeze at. Up a weight, but overall been a very... Chris Moen cleaning off the camera here. That's a great shot we just had. Now, Steve,
Are we streaming both of them?
No, we just got this one here,
and
we fade over here. So.
Oh, okay.
So if we need to, here's a little trick. Let me show you. Let's go to that one for a second. We can go back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wait till the Schultz. We'll be doing best mat available. We got 2 of these TriCasters. So
excuse my ignorance, is this streaming live right now?
Oh yeah, look right over here.
Oh, so it's on the web. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I told you I was going to give Greco its due, Steve. I told you when I got here.
Great. Love it.
Going to give Greco its due. Now here in the restarting of the second period, 1:44 remaining.
No, this Fleming kid, is a tough young kid. I'm seeing some of our Northern Michigan kids with some very good stingy fighting today, which is very impressive. Their experience level isn't as high as the foreigners that they're wrestling today, but a lot of these kids are scratching, clawing, and fighting, and not getting pushed around too much. I mean, they're trying anyways.
Speaking of Northern Michigan and Greco-Roman, we spoke briefly in the office the other day, but it's been a pretty rough week for the U.S. Greco program, having lost one of our rising stars, and 25-year-old Jacob Kirby, and you were out in Illinois at the wake and the funeral, and what's basically been the mood amongst some of the guys that really knew Jake and yourself, having overseen the Greco program?
Well, we're of course we were all stunned and we're devastated.
How about
That's a nice job by Fleming.
Mr. Fleming getting a 1-0 lead.
This is very impressive. But as far as Jake Kirby goes, of course we're very saddened. Very, very sad thing, and for him and his family and all of his friends and coaches, everybody loved Jake Kirby. He was a great example of someone who worked his butt off and never complained, always trying to learn. We're going to miss this guy a great deal.
Well, that's something that we announced. The Jacob Kirby Memorial Award will be created to designate a recognized character and commitment, and that award was basically created in essentially short time, to borrow a wrestling phrase. And it might actually be overdue, something like this, but to have Jake's name on it. How about the Fleming with the turn? So this is going to be a nice, impressive win.
Yeah, this is very impressive.
Granted, Sasamoto is up a weight.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
The far mat. Andrew Bezic, the big old fall over there at 74.
Wow.
So Fleming 3-0. 1-0-3-0.
Big win for Fleming.
Over a 3-time Olympian. So
yeah, this kid is a stud.
Young Fleming. Let's look at his little background on him before we jump ahead. This is definitely a match I think he's going to save.
Yeah, that was a great job.
Yeah. Here's basically second at University Nationals in 09. That's the only thing listed on his bio.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's from Sterling, Virginia. Nova kid.
Yeah. So that is a big win.